We are the leading provider of commercial real estate information that is relied on by the nation's commercial real estate community. Getting downtown has always been a challenge for anyone commuting in a major city, and in Washington with its traffic problems it doesn't get any easier.
And we actually had quite a robust program where almost 60 employees relocated to the city. And we provided those employees almost $800,000 in relocation benefits.
They pay for my entire transit expense. I think what we see with that is a company that recognizes the value of public transportation, and they're willing to put their money where their mouth is.
I get all stressed out driving in traffic. I get very impatient, and it's nice to be able to go to the metro. I have my iPad, I have my newspaper on my iPad, I get to read all the news and have the luxury, if it's bad weather, to be picked up by one of our CoStar vehicles to take us to our building. We do have a little unique benefit where we have about a dozen bicycles and 6 Segways available for our employees to borrow. They use it to run errands, to go to doctor's appointments, all without having to, get into their cars or, take other modes of transportation. We also have electric car charging stations in our garage, and we do offer lockers and showers and clean towels for our employees to encourage them to commute to work, whether walking or biking. And in 2011 alone, we spent $600,000 on commuter assistance just in the DC area. And we had about an 85% participation rate. To be able to provide some of these benefits that a lot of companies do not provide is another plus side in terms of why you want to come work for CoStar.
Wells Fargo is a cool place to work because they do promote environmental awareness. They do promote the formation of green teams.
Being part of the green team at Wells Fargo is about just getting more team members involved and aware of different campaigns that we have.
One of the initiatives is to reduce carbon emissions. We have a lot of people that come from out of state. There is no direct MARC train or metro or anything like that. We feel that van pooling and carpooling is going to be our best avenue to cut down on commuting expenses and getting cars off of the highways.
We send out My News, which is a team member site that's available to all team members. We also have posters, flyers, table tents in the cafeteria, emails, and word of mouth. That's our biggest thing.
Also, we actually even have a website now for carpooling.
We had a commuter fair last April, and then we followed up with a more parks, less parking event.
We had brought in with local businesses and taken over 2 of our parking spots and turned it into a park for the day.
I think Wells Fargo Home Mortgage wants to be carbon neutral. They have hard dates and specific numbers to hit in the upcoming 5-10 years. So, all of us that promote the green team know that the senior management actually supports us.
With all the marketing that we've done, we've saved over 500,000 miles driven every year for employees, and we've calculated that we've saved over 26,000 gallons of gasoline.
We're a management and technology consulting firm. Our primary set of projects are in support of the U.S. government.
We have approximately 14,000 staff in the Washington metro area, at least 5,000 of them hotel.
We took 5 buildings in the Washington metro area and condensed them to 3.
Part of the way we work message is that you work where you need to, when you need to. And that's what we tried to provide with this way we work system here in the Washington metro area.
And it's just like making a hotel reservation like you would in your private life. And you go to your hotel room and you plug in.
I'm very fortunate that I get to telework, so I don't have to go into work every day. And I kind of start my day, just walk right into my office, and that's it. The workday begins, and I tie into East Coast and West Coast conference calls. We noticed that with the carbon footprint this past year, with the way we work and with hoteling, people working like myself, definitely a reduction in carbon footprint from people now driving less distances to the office, from working from home more.
This is one of our lounge areas where anyone can come in and touch down and open up their laptop and do some work, have a meeting with with one of their colleagues. They can come in during lunch or have a cup of coffee with a colleague.
Teleworking is making a difference. We're reducing our carbon footprint, our staff are happier, and it all leads to positive things for the firm.
We are constantly, through the steering committee, looking for ways to improve and make this even more flexible and more environmentally conscious.
In the end, we're serving more people with less space.
Some of our numbers are looking very positive as far as the direction of the 66 route.
The sales team, it's a small team, but it's a very good team. They're out in the field, they're out in the streets, they're working with employers, they're working with employees, and they're talking.
Last year in 2011, we contacted over 600 employers.
We'll take this to all of our outreach events. What this diorama does is it gives the visual message behind what we're trying to promote in the area. As you see here in the first lane, a visual of 40 people driving alone. What we have here is 40 people that's cut down in half, 20 cars, everyone carpooling. What we have here is 4 cars, and it represents 40 people van pooling. And then in the last lane here, we have 40 people all riding the bus. And from that point, we usually have a pretty good turnaround process about getting people involved in carpooling and van pooling, especially if there's benefits involved at these employer sites.
We have been really instrumental in helping the federal government relocate agencies to the southern part of Fairfax County at Fort Belvoir and through other agency sites. So that has been a huge undertaking for our team this past year. We like to think that we help every single day by implementing our programs and reducing and mitigating the traffic in this area.
The Green Business Challenge is a partnership between the county and the Loudoun County Chamber of Commerce. It encourages businesses to take part in sustainable practices by offering a friendly competition.
Loudoun County has experienced exponential growth really over the last decade or two. We've really grown about 125 to 150,000 people since the beginning part of the last decade.
The Green Business Challenge encourages environmentally sound business practices. At the end of the challenge period, the businesses that have taken part are all recognized.
I think we provide a vital role of creating connections for transportation services to Loudoun County businesses, both large and small, to make them aware of the services and the programs that the Office of Transportation Services has to offer them.
The most recent Loudoun Green Gala recognized Raytheon as the large business winner.
Loudoun County came to us and they did a survey on where people lived and the different ways to commute to the site, whether it's bus or carpools, and they came and gave presentations to our entire population, and they got us really involved. It helps us here because we obviously reduce our costs on what we do at this business as far as water and electricity and things like that. It gets people involved, involves us with the community.
Southland Industries was recognized in 2011 and in 2010.
We won an Innovation Award the first year based on kind of an emissions test that we did with exhaust systems on our cars, try to raise an awareness of our employees as far as the emissions and what that looks like when cars aren't well maintained. We really are thankful for Loudoun County, the Green Business Challenge, and how that has really embraced kind of a green initiative here in this area.
This is dollars that go straight to the bottom line when you're able to reduce those things. It's also important to know that you're having less of an impact on the environment too as well for today's and future generations. So there's a lot of good reasons why companies are eagerly participating in the Green Business Challenge.